Hey everyone, welcome to the UnPack Pittsburgh podcast. My name is Alaina. Next to me is Bryan, and today we are at X Shadyside with the owners, John and Dana. Thank you for having us, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us, Alaina. Nice job. Very
Thanks.
nice.
Hell of an intro.
That's
Impressive. Thank you for
Thanks
watching.
for having us.
That
Thanks.
was-
See you
that was
later.
fantastic. Thanks for
Yes.
participating. You guys did fantastic.
Right, see you later.
So definitely thanks for letting us kind of pop in, to kind of giving us a little nook of your amazing 2-floor gym. So why don't you guys just kind of start and talk a little bit about you guys personal, just kind of talk about how you got into it, what your roles are, and kind of go from there.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming. We appreciate it. So it's a long story, about a 30-year story. We've been here 30 years in March of next year. I know it doesn't look like it. Certainly, Dana doesn't look like she's been here 30 years. I look like I've been here about 60 years.
Not true.
Well, somewhat true. So, yeah, we're both from Pittsburgh. We love Pittsburgh. We drifted away for a while, but we came back. Came to Shadyside, which is X Shadyside. Loved it here. I worked across the street as a trainer, and I had a sales job before that. It was the greatest job I ever had because I hated it so much. I wanted to do my own business. I'm like, I cannot sell. First of all, I was a terrible salesman. I can sell memberships, but I couldn't sell food. And I said, boy, we should start a gym. And came over here. The space was, when we first started, we only had the upstairs. In 1994, and then over the course of
I'm sorry, my guy.
You know what? Brian's getting.
I have a table.
Brian's getting a
behind me.
workout here.
I'm
Go ahead,
like-
Brian.
I'm like
You know what? Let me do a
squeaking over
kettlebell
here,
swings
like-
with you.
Stop
What's that?
squeaking.
What do you want me to do? I'm sorry.
Engage
I'm trying
those
to focus
abs.
on this beautiful intro, and I'm over here like trying to drown it out. All right, go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
We're gonna do a push-up workout real quick with everybody.
Oh, that was interesting. Alaina?
Yeah. Yeah. So then we opened up in '94 and started having kids, and we're a community-based gym. So I mean, we counted a few years ago over 60,000 members here over the course of almost 30
Wow.
hours. It's pretty
Wow.
That's crazy.
We see people now that met here and are married and have kids.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
30 years is one. Kudos to you guys. Congratulations. That's
Thank you.
amazing.
Thanks, man.
But a
Thank
lot. That's legitimately 3 decades, and a lot can happen
Yeah.
in 3 decades.
You aren't kidding. You should see pictures of me before and see pictures of me now. We see people reach out to us that were members in the late '90s or the middle 2000s. Like, hey, I'm back in Pittsburgh. We want to come see you. And I'm like, all right, great.
awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Especially during COVID. We had a lot of members, older members that came back and, wished us luck and just would post different things throughout that, which was really encouraging to hear from people from 20 years ago.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
We also have members that have been here with us for 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that have
Yes.
been with us the whole
I mean,
time.
they should have like a special pat. Like they
Yes.
they get
Special
when
t-shirt.
every time they walk in. Like,
Exactly.
We actually charge them more because we can't believe they stayed here. This long.
Yeah.
What are you
They
guys
need to make better
doing?
decisions
What is
than,
wrong
like-
with you? Right.
Right. Better decisions.
Our oldest member is Doc, right?
Yes.
He's 92 years old.
Yeah.
Still comes in. And God bless him. He's the best. I mean, he works out harder than me, certainly. And then we have people. Our kids have been raised in this gym. I mean, my son's working down. Well, he's probably sleeping at the front desk, but he's getting paid for it. But he's down there working. All our kids have worked. And people are like,
Worked here.
they knew our kids when they were this big, and so.
When I was pregnant with them.
Yep, pregnant with them. Yeah.
The true definition of a family-owned.
Absolutely.
It is a
For
family.
sure.
Yep. Yeah. So it's been, it's been great. And we love Shadyside. Pittsburgh's great. I mean, we know businesses. Brian's ready to tip over.
I don't know how to sit. I'm
I
trying.
know, me
so
too.
hard.
I
I'm
can't
trying-
cross my legs because then
I'm
I'll
trying
tip.
so hard. I'm like this. Hi, welcome.
Right.
Is this the first podcast where we're all sitting on exercise balls?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, no doubt. No
Might be
doubt.
it might be
No
the
doubt.
last.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just this
Your
damn,
ball
it's
is just too big.
It's just this, all right. Well, this is going to have an R-rated on YouTube.
Right.
It's just this table keeps making squeakies.
Also, Shadyside has changed so much since we started. I mean, there was a gas station on the corner, which is now Banana Republic when I started.
Okay.
Which is cool. I mean, and then we've seen businesses start here. Shady Grove started here,
Which was the Pittsburgh Deli Company.
The Deli Company. I mean, all those guys, and we have a sense of community, which is really cool. Everybody supports everybody. We're so close to CMU, so close to Pitt, so graduating classes come and go, which is cool. That's been great. I mean, we've been really fortunate and very lucky. Yeah.
Gained a lot of friends,
Yeah.
a lot of friendships.
Yep. Oh yeah. A few enemies, not too many.
But what a great spot. Like, I mean, being here for 30 years, you couldn't have predicted what Shadyside was going to become. I
Right.
mean, it is not only Shadyside, but literally the street that you are on. Like I told you, I joked when we were setting up the mics. I said, our GPS is taking us like right to where we always go for all the highlights of the bars, which is like in the heart of it.
Right.
And it's like you've arrived. I'm like, oh shit, this is a great spot. Wonderful. So
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's get into the questions. So the camera can't see this whole room, but blue turf, huge windows, great lighting, monkey bars, punching bags. Can you explain like the layout of this gym?
Actually, we put this room in. This used to be a wooden floor where we had classes, step classes. You two weren't even born when we had step classes. But it was just an aerobics room where group classes. Mirrors everywhere. And then COVID hit and we're like, you know what? It gave us an opportunity.
Okay, so this is like this remodel. We're talking like 2020, 2021.
Yes.
Down there. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So new. Okay. Cool.
Yes.
Yep. And we looked at each other and said, should we get out of this? Be a good time, or should we just dive in and change everything up? And we did the latter, and it's been great. And so this room gets so much use. I mean, just in here now, you can see people coming in and out, which is kind of cool. So, more people do their own thing. They like, of course, people still are on treadmills and they do the free weights, and we do a lot of training, specific training. You guys are going to talk about that later, but this
It's a multifunctional space.
Multifunctional space, wide open space, which is cool.
So you kind of touched on the personal training, right? So right now we are, and it was cool to hear you kind of reminisce when we first started talking about how your front desk was right here, and how the iterations of your business has come a long way. So obviously we're in the gym part, right? X Shadyside. But then you also downstairs have a beautiful area for kind of more personal training. Why don't you talk about the difference in branding, just so there's clarity?
Yeah. So upstairs and half of the downstairs is kind of the open gym for the general pop, and then we carved up, about a third of the gym where it's sports specific, high end training. We do high-end athletes, personal training, small group. It's really, really taken off, and it's really cool, and it's specifically for that area. And so now we don't have trainers all over the gym. It's specifically, the equipment's a little bit different, catered towards more the high-end training, the athletes. It's worked out really well, I think, for us.
It has.
Yeah.
It's one thing that we saw coming back from COVID, that people weren't comfortable going into a space where there were a lot of people.
Big groups.
Group fitness, our spin classes were not coming back. And so we really saw a big jump in our personal training.
Put your feet up there.
That
Bryan.
is not fair. That's not fair.
Well,
That's cheating.
Get back on your ball.
That's right.
We could do this all day now.
Right.
This is going to be the first 3-hour podcast on UnPack Pittsburgh Happy Hour.
Nice, very nice.
So with personal training, we just saw a jump in personal training and just decided to go with it. We're reinventing ourselves, and we're going to do it the way we want to do it.
I think that's really smart for all businesses, as your clientele, your members, their needs and expectations change. You guys can evolve with that and to provide that service, right? Because there was a time where group fitness was the it, and there was a time where whatever the thing is, and as long as you guys keep evolving appropriately, not chasing every little new trend,
Right.
but like evolve appropriately where you can. How many you guys have served so many people? In 30 years, it's just crazy. Think of all the different exercises that have changed and been debunked, and this is the newest thing. And if you just do this, like exercise and fitness is just In 30 years, oh my goodness.
We've had classes, we've salsa classes, we've had, I could go on and on. We had somebody, a whole group of people wanted to do a pool class. Like basically, they bring the pools in. I said, well, this isn't a strip joint here.
So you mean like a stripper class?
Yeah, like a stripper class.
Just asking.
I'm like,
Yes.
I'm asking for a
probably
friend.
wouldn't be
We're
good
talking
for
about a
my-
stripper pole,
Yeah,
right?
Wouldn't be good for my marriage. We're not going to do that. So let's do something else. So, but
Well, there was a lot of ones on the floor when we walked in. I
Right.
was like, what are we?
Usually I collect those up, Bryan, real quick. Plus I had 2 daughters, so I didn't want to get them into
Yeah.
that business. But we've had, you name it, we've had it here. But yeah, you're spot on. Everything has been, but a lot of stuff comes full circle.
Of
A lot of
course.
stuff comes full circle. You know, a bench has been the same for 30 years, probably for 60 years. You know, a treadmill, yeah, they changed the feet. Like we used to have,
Kettlebells.
yeah, kettlebells.
Got
You know,
some.
we had treadmills with TVs on them, but now nobody watches TV. Everybody has their phone.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's watching Netflix
Yep.
or, you know,
Yeah.
now. So
Well, when I walked past, everybody was watching UnPack Pittsburgh podcast on YouTube.
it was,
course.
Check it
of
out.
course, it's all over it. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny.
I know Alaina brought 30 questions. She wants to make sure she gets in. So
Elena's
we'll let-
nailing it.
We'll,
She
let,
is.
Nailing
we'll
it.
let her take it
I'll
away
tell you
from
what.
All right. Okay, so you said you guys have been here for 30 years. Sorry.
We've said that a few times.
I'm laughing.
Just a couple.
30 years. So what keeps you coming back?
3 kids in college. That's a number. That's a good one. Yeah.
Called responsibility.
Yeah. And it's, you know, we're still passionate about it. I mean, certainly everybody has a bad day at the office. Everybody comes in and is like, oh, what am I doing? But, I mean, it's still, when you see the same people, hey, John, you know, I bet you we know 80% of the people that come in here by first name. Bryan, hey, Bryan, hi, Alaina, how's it going? You know, they know us. Oh, how's Grace? How's JP? How's Sky? You know, we know their lives. I mean, yes, do we get a lot of transient people? Of course, that graduate, but we've seen kids start med school and graduate med school and get a job at Pitt. You know, it's cool. Or start families, and then they have their kids. And I guess that's kind of what, you know, if you're not doing what you like to do, then, I mean, how great
It's
is
also,
this?
I think our intention has always been about fitness. You know, we're not a box gym that only wants you come in,
Yeah.
sign up,
We want your
but
membership
don't
and
show
actually
up.
hope you don't come because it's going to
Exactly.
be too
Right.
crowded.
That is
Right.
not what we want. You know, we want people to be healthy. We want people to be active. We want people to come in and participate and be social. You know, that's why we've grown, you know, within this community. That's our intention. That's always been our intention.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, having intention and then doing stuff you care about. I mean,
Yes.
it's all the ingredients right there. That's
Yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
mean, that's business. That's
Yeah, that's business. I mean, we probably work a lot. I'm sure we work a lot harder than a 9 to 5, but you know what? The reward is much greater, and you're happy what you're doing. I mean, the first thing I said, that's a sale. I couldn't go into private. I wouldn't know what to do. I would be. So it's been pretty cool. Really cool, actually. Yeah.
and I believe you're married.
Well,
Right?
it's still in
Okay, just
question.
making sure.
But yeah,
You know, I get
married.
nervous. I get nervous. That's probably how
We're
Alaina
married.
feels all the time, asking a question. I was like, oh shit, if I'm wrong, this is gonna be awkward as hell. So, I mean,
that's a challenge.
having a business for 30 years,
Yeah.
we've gone through pandemics, we've gone through so much stuff in 30 years.
Yeah.
Keeping a business successful for 30 years, but doing it with someone, your partner, you're married to, I'm sure there's been some days where, you know, both just business
No,
and
Bryan, it's
I mean,
all roses and flowers. No, that's a great question.
Jo-
Actually, that's a great question.
John says always perfect. Dana said no.
It's like, I don't know if
feel
I
like
should
the
say
dagger
this.
going in the back of my neck.
No, that's
No.
not true.
That's a great question.
Well, again, your intention is always we're on the same team. You know, we're on the same team as a family. We're on the same team as business partners. You know, we see the same goals. We want the same things. So common goal, especially with our kids, to have their experience and bring them into it was always a key point as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and do it the right way with
Yes.
integrity and, you know, honesty, because that's how you last. I mean,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. If there's anything, in the last couple years that has come out, if you're not,
Right.
you can say whatever you want to say, but if you're not living what you're preaching,
Right.
it's gonna
come out real
it's
quick,
coming.
especially
So,
with social media and there wasn't the internet when we started.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, we did billboards and direct mail pieces.
Yeah.
Our phone.
So mail is a thing that
Right.
happens. We put a stamp on, and people come pick it up.
There was a thing called a Yellow Pages.
Right. Yellow Pages. We used to advertise in the Yellow Pages.
Yeah.
Do you know what Yellow Pages is? For real?
No.
Oh man, God bless her.
Yeah. That's why she's
They'd
on the
be
show.
hanging off payphones.
I'll bounce out now.
She doesn't know what a payphone is.
No payphones
No.
either.
Wait, there was a cell phone with a string?
You had to crank it
Like
and
the
turn it
mic?
up on. It's
Which
funny.
is funny because what I was talking on a business podcast, like not this one, but and we were talking about how marketing has changed dramatically. And one of the things that I referenced is, so Yellow Pages was like a directory, and it would be printed. It was a huge book, and it was all businesses, their name and their phone number, and that's how you knew to call someone. There was no internet. You couldn't just ask Siri. And but what's interesting is that's why so many businesses were named AAA Plumbing,
Right.
AAA Consulting,
AAA
because
Locksmith.
it's in alphabetical order. So literally, based on the method of how people gathered information, they changed their whole business model. So it's like, and then so every time like you'll see an old business, you'll drive by and it's like AAA whatever. You're like, oh,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
been around for
Yeah.
a while.
Exactly.
Yeah. We didn't have any of that. We did billboards. We used to do crazy billboards, and it was we had billboards spray painted. We had all kind of crazy stuff. It was, it was cool.
Little
but
controversial.
but it was good. We were
Nice.
now you put something like that, people wouldn't even notice it.
Yeah.
But
Was it intended to be controversial so it got more eyes on it, or did it just become, or how did that work out?
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
the guys that did our ad, they're great guys, still around. Dwayne Reeder down at down in the Strip, but he did all that stuff, and it's been it was crazy, but it worked. It worked, but now it's
Obviously,
all social
30
media.
years later, it worked.
Yeah. But we don't do radio now. Our phone used to ring off the hook. That phone never rings. It's all internet based. Well, our leads come from, and our cell approach is you come in, we walk you around, and this is what this is who we are. So, and I think that has worked for us. We're not a hard sell. This is who we are. Come try it out. It's been it's pretty. Most people know each other here. Everybody knows each other, which is cool.
So if someone's interested in trying out the gym, what do you offer like when they come in and they're new?
Like once they join, when somebody comes in and interested in the gym, we bring them in. We just walk them around, see where they're from. Most of our members probably walk. I'd say almost 90% probably walk within Shadyside. So we show them around, see what they're interested in. If they're interested in personal training, we show them over there. If they're interested in the main part of the gym, we just do that. And then 90% they just sign up right there, which is great. So it's a very soft sell. We let we've been here so long, but we were talking about it before. Even though we've been here 30 years, we'll still see people. I don't know you were here. Really, where do you live? Oh, right down the street.
Yeah.
We were talking about that earlier. So that's why you do these things which is kind of cool.
It is interesting. No matter how long you've been around, there's always still new people, right? And it is, social media. She knows more than all of us combined the importance of social media and how, if used properly, there's a major benefit, especially from the business perspective, is which I care about. Is how can we do a podcast like this and put it on all the channels and then get someone to see it and come join here, because this isn't just like a service like a t-shirt. This is something that truly has health benefits to kind of better your life, not to sound cheesy or anything like that, but it's just really cool to see 30 years in March, was it? What was the exact?
Yeah, March of next year, 30 years.
2024.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow's right.
Are you guys
That
going to
sounds
do
about-
something for that, or
Retire, hopefully.
No.
That's what I want to do.
take a day off?
I will
Take a
not
day
be here
off.
that day. Yeah.
Maybe go on vacation.
Yeah, we're planning on something pretty cool, I think. No idea what it is, but I'm sure it'll be coming.
That might be cool. We could come back and
Yeah.
do some
Oh, yes.
live
God,
thing.
that would
or
be awesome.
something
Yeah.
Like that, so.
And as long as
Alaina's
Alaina headlines it with all the.
Right.
So I'm not sure if the I'm not sure if the camera picked that up, but I look at her when it's her time to ask a question to make sure
Right.
she's participating. When she looks out and goes like this, she just did. That means keep talking.
I thought she was having a small seizure
Yeah,
before.
me too. I was like,
Balls.
the podcast would be 3 minutes long
Right.
if she had a say in this. So.
Yeah. That's funny.
So I will ask one of Alaina's favorite questions is, like, what do you guys want to be known for, right? Like, I've heard a couple great things. So you've said community gym. Obviously, you guys have 2 floors, great equipment. You have the gym. You have the personal training. What is the thing that, like, after 30 freaking years, like, you have a brand, you have people know who you are. What is the thing that really, like, you want people to know? Like, what's your elevator pitch? What is that?
What's the elevator pitch? We should have Zach here for that.
Anytime somebody leaves or they move, it's everything's when we talk to them or they send us an email. We talk about this all the time. The greatest thing that we hear from when they leave or even down the road is like, oh, I loved X Shadyside. I loved that place. It was awesome. I miss it. Oh, I'm in New York. I'm working at I miss coming there. I think that, when we hear that, or people that have been here years ago, because there's been a lot of people here, touching their lives and making a difference in their health, which you talked about. I think it's pretty much that simple, really, What do you think?
We take an interest in, I think, every person that walks through it, that, you're not just a name, you're not just a scan tag, you're a story behind it. You're someone that we're invested in as you are invested in us. So that's, I think, what makes the difference.
Yeah, for sure.
We're here every day. It's either me, John, one of the kids, we're here.
Yeah. If there's an issue, you don't have to go to the human resource department.
Right.
We are the human resource
Right.
department. Yeah.
Let me connect you to sales.
Yeah.
Let me connect you.
Let me switch
Well,
ears.
sometimes we do that.
Yeah. You're looking for John?
He's not here right now.
I'll get him the message. I'll get him the message.
Right.
Right. Here you go, honey. Yeah.
Although my kids are like, Mom, are you here?
Yeah. Put the hold button on. Oh, there she goes. There she
is.
is.
She woke up.
Quick look.
Give me the look.
This is good for you.
Yeah.
So Alaina is a senior at West Virginia. So her major is fashion. So that's kind of her drive, but she does the content behind the scenes. So this is you're doing great. Keep it up.
Doing awesome.
We're giving
That's
her shit
right.
behind the camera, so it's always good.
Deservedly so, of course.
Makes her
right?
stronger, right?
That's right.
That's right.
Senior at West Virginia.
I mean, imagine if someone came in here and didn't want to pick up a kettlebell. You think they're gonna be like, "Don't pick the kettlebell up"? That was a good analogy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
That she
Great
looked at me
analogy.
like I-
'Cause that happens
Yep.
a lot.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm glad I love that.
You're doing
Thank
great.
you.
All right, so we have 4 more minutes before the podcast is over. So why don't you ask the next question?
You're doing great. Go ahead.
Okay, so you guys said you guys are like a team, but do you have your own specific jobs that you guys are like, I'm only doing this one?
Yes.
Stay away from it.
It's a good question. Go ahead.
I would say that I'm more in front. I'm the one that's behind the front desk. I'm the one that talks to everybody that walks in. John's more behind the scene with it.
Obviously, look. Take a look. What do you think that is? Yeah.
That was a calculated decision.
Brian's like, I was going to say it, but I didn't want to do it on the podcast.
I mean, to Alaina's point, though, having not just the wherewithal and the structure to have your role, but also the respect for one another to say, hey, my guess is you guys are both go-getters. You're both let's get shit done kind of people. And 30 years of needing to get shit done when, all kinds of crazy stuff has happened, I'm sure, through the business, to have, hey, I trust you and care about you to do it, even if I think I could do better or, whatever that role is. That's so important in a business. Someone listening to this who, wants to get it, they always say, don't do business with your friends or family, because it's freaking hard. Business is freaking hard no matter who you're with.
Right.
But
You're
to
right.
be able to do it with, legitimately your spouse and your children, and to be able to still like each other is an accomplishment just as much as it is membership.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. Got to know your hats. Wear the right hat. Yeah. Yeah, spot on.
No doubt.
Well said.
So as far as Pittsburgh, are you from Pittsburgh as well?
I am.
Okay.
yeah.
What part?
Well, I grew up in Butler County.
Okay, cool. Of the, we'll just say like the city, like I don't mean downtown, but like Shadyside, anywhere, just this idea of Pittsburgh. What are some of your favorite spots? Like, I mean, I know you guys work so damn much, so you don't get out much.
Right.
But it doesn't have to be a bar or restaurant. It could be like Acrisure State. It could be like, what are some of the things in Pittsburgh that you really look forward to experiencing?
We're on the street so much, which is great. So we've eaten at every restaurant 1,000 times.
So then you guys can tell us what are some of the gems in Pittsburgh.
Yes,
Let's hear it.
for sure.
I think so.
Let's not shit on anybody, but let's just
No,
say
of
the
course
good
not.
ones.
Yeah.
Except for the one jerk who messaged us on Instagram, but
Oh.
Let's get
you know who
him.
I'm
Let's
talking
get him.
about.
Oh, I
well, don't
do.
worry. We will.
I do.
Tell me
We will.
later.
We will.
Well, we're big sushi fans.
I'm with you.
Yeah. I mean, we started our kids on sushi way too early. It's literally
Yeah.
cost me a fortune.
Yeah.
We go there.
Start
yeah.
them late.
I
So
get
Start
a
'em
that's a
very late.
reward, not an every day.
Exactly.
Do not do it.
Yeah.
I get a salad. They have $300 in tuna, salmon, and yellowtail and
Right.
rolls. Yoshino.
Let's get a boat. Let's get another boat.
Yeah.
No
Right.
boat. The boat is sunk.
Big boat
Right.
for the table, Dad? Yeah, okay,
Right.
kids. Yeah, all right. Yeah, wait till they start paying for themselves. Yoshino, which is down the street, it's really good.
Okay.
Kevin's the best.
Kevin, he's awesome. We go there a lot.
Do you remember the one that we ate at?
Which one? Like, what are you
That's
talking
what I'm
about? The
asking.
sushi place here?
Yeah, the sushi.
Oh, yeah. It was on the street, just like all the way down. I don't remember
There's a
what it's called.
couple. Yoshino's right in the middle, right next to Mario's. It's good. It's really.
Okay.
We
We were close,
It might
but
be there.
I'm not sure.
Italian Girasoli's great.
Yeah,
Right on
Girasoli's.
Copeland, really
Okay.
good.
Maybe Jimmy and I could do that one.
Yeah, Blue Sky's good. I know you
Oh,
guys did
yep,
a
Blue
podcast
Sky
for
was
them.
fantastic.
Very cool.
And then his
Matt
other
and those guys.
establishment
Yeah.
is right here,
Shady
Yes,
Grove.
Shady
Yeah,
Grove.
awesome. Those guys are great.
Mercurio's.
Curious, good
Good.
pizza. Cafe Mulan.
Mm-hmm.
Crepes, really good
Really
breakfast
good.
if you're into
Oh,
that.
man.
I mean,
Crepes
we're
sound
limited
delicious.
to Walnut Street, but this is where we eat most of the time.
Sure, proximity.
Yeah,
That's-
but
hence
that's
what I said at the beginning. You guys are so perfectly located.
Yeah,
Why the hell would you
yeah.
want to commute anywhere else?
Yeah,
You got
right,
everything.
right.
You
Right.
got your Baskin Robbins. You got 31 flavors everywhere you freaking
Right.
I know.
We have a
don't-
lot of Takayo employees that come over.
Yeah,
So
they're
we've
really
been.
You
good.
just were.
Yeah.
Yeah, weren't you guys just over there?
We
At
were.
the Mexican? Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you have
Yeah.
margarita?
Yes, we did.
Oh my
I
gosh,
can neither
they have.
confirm nor deny before we
They
went on
have
a podcast.
amazing margaritas.
I could sniff it on Bryan when he came over.
Wait,
just
you
a
literally
little.
asked me for Tic Tacs because he smelled like margarita.
We walked in and like it's like coming out of like Vegas, like it's daylight. you know?
Right.
Everyone's working out. I'm like,
me those
can I have
Tic
some of those Tic Tacs?
Well, I was talking to Brian. He was looking at me, but I was like, "You looking at me? You're looking at the back. What's going on?"
Oh
over
my
there?"
God.
I was kidding. I only had two.
They're
2.5.
margaritas in this big.
Oh yeah, 2.5. Somebody finish yours.
That's funny.
Pasha.
Posh is really good too. Right
Okay.
next to Takayo, really good.
Cool.
Really good. Yeah, those are all good joints in the street.
Yeah.
We've literally eaten there 1,000 times.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this area is prime,
Yeah.
but like over where like the guys from Blue Sky, like that area, the East Liberty app,
Yeah.
like that is, and I just mentioned, I've probably brought it up twice now. Her brother did a podcast with me, and his words were like, "This feels like Lawrenceville before Lawrenceville," kind of
Yes.
thing. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, that area is just popping up.
that's-
There's
It
so many
is.
cool stores, so many
That's a
cool
good analogy.
restaurants. So
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
even though it's not right on your same street,
Yeah.
still so good for you guys
Yeah.
because
Right.
I mean, there's gonna be people moving there.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
I mean, yeah, when we
Well,
opened.
great restaurants on Highland Avenue.
Oh yeah, for
Noodle-
sure.
I mean, there's a
Noodle-
ton of-
Noodlehead's really good.
Noodlehead's
Really?
great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there was no Bakery Square when we opened.
Yeah.
That was,
And they're expanding.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is, it's good. I mean, this area is great. I mean, I'd say the demo's, I mean, we lived here when we had our daughter. We lived right down the street, and then we're like, oh, it's time to probably get out of the apartment. And 2 dogs, and too close to work, and, but yeah, it's been good. But yeah, I mean, Pittsburgh's the greatest. We love it.
2 dogs? What type of dogs?
They're both mutts, but we got them both from the shelter. One was he was great. He was a half Mastiff, half Saint Bernard.
Okay.
His head was this big. His brain was that big. He was literally the dumbest dog, but he was great. And then the
He
other
was
one was
great.
a big, she was like a shepherd, golden, like white shepherd. They were up here all the time. They were the greatest.
Nice. That's awesome.
People were like, "Where's
That's
the
really
dog?"
cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
They're like your mascot almost.
Yeah, yeah,
That's really
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, they were.
I like dogs, but I've had cats. In fact, that's why I'm all scratched up. My cat got me the other
I
night.
thought it was the
Yeah.
margaritas.
It's always going straight. It's like
Nice.
Yes.
But you're gonna be living with the dog. What type of dog was it?
It's something of a pit bull.
So she's.
Oh, at
So
school?
Yeah.
Yep.
so
Nice.
that should be good. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
You know what I mean? This is a pit bull. They're not. They're friendly.
Wow. And
I
is it
actually-
new? Is it a new dog?
It's like a year old now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
A roommate's dog or your dog?
It's a roommate's.
Oh,
yeah.
that'll be perfect
I've
for
never
college.
had a dog,
Oh,
so
100%. 100%.
Especially
I gotta get
under
used to
2.
it.
Yeah, under
Yeah,
2.
great.
Bunch of loud people drinking. I
Right.
mean, they don't drink at Morgantown, do they?
No, it's a Mormon school.
You can smell burning couches.
Right.
Right.
Hey, I'm a diehard Mountaineer.
Wow.
so I
You
gotta
better get
admit
people to
that.
sign waivers before they come in that house.
Yes.
Yeah, just sign this real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Liability
funny.
reasons.
That'll be
You're not
fun.
getting your deposit back.
Right.
Right. Yeah, that's not good.
All right, so we kind of went over, but I mean, for real, all bullshitting aside, like we could probably talk for
yeah.
hours, and
Yeah.
hell, we just met 35 minutes
yeah.
ago, maybe. So obviously, you guys not only have the people trait, like where you can talk to people, like you got that, like you guys obviously care and are genuine. Your facility's gorgeous, 2 floors, all sort of different workout equipment. We'll probably touch on the training with what's his name?
Sam.
Sam.
Yep.
So we'll probably do
Yeah.
one with Sam.
Cool.
But we really appreciate you guys having us. Let us kind of take over this little corner. I know we can't get the whole gym because people are working out. We don't
Yeah.
want to show faces or anything like that. But I do know Alaina prepared one last question.
Uh-oh.
So she wants to
Really?
ask.
Wow.
She just went into another seizure again. What is going on over there?
She was like,
What?
He's lying.
right.
Elena?
She never walked out. I'm shocked.
No, I should have rolled out by now. But let's hear your Instagram handle.
Oh, gosh.
Do you know it?
What's Instagram? What is that?
Wow.
Wow.
You do have a pretty cool Instagram if you didn't know.
Yeah. Dana's,
pretty cool videos
Dana
on
will
there.
have to get that. I am no
The
good.
Start Somewhere
Hmm?
is our Instagram for X Shadyside.
Oh,
It's Start
okay.
Somewhere.
Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Like if you go to search.
This has been great for
X
me, being I'm like
Shadyside
playing ping pong.
on Instagram.
Wow. I feel like
What are you talking about?
feeling like at the circus here.
It's getting warm in here. Can we turn the AC on?
Where's the juggler at?
You know what? We could just tag them. It's
We
probably
could.
X Shadyside.
It is X Shadyside.
Yeah,
It is
on
actually,
Instagram.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got
That's
it.
cool. Yeah.
And
Great.
that's it.
Well, on that note,
Well, thank you. You guys,
Yes,
you
thank
did
you.
awesome. That was cool.
Yeah, we'll definitely stop
Yeah,
back
thank you
for
very
your
much.
event. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
for real, like we've said it multiple times,
Yeah, it'd
but
be cool.
30 years, both personally and professionally, there are businesses that can only dream about getting there. There's some great offerings, and they just can't make it because they don't have the people, they don't have the wherewithal, whatever it might be. But you guys obviously have the right ingredients. So
Thanks, man.
we wish you guys nothing but
Thank you.
success, and thanks for letting us stop in. And I hope we can communicate. You guys are awesome and fun.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, awesome.
Yeah.
Great job. Thank you very much.
awesome. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
All
Thanks.
right.
Okay.
Close us down.
All right. Thank you everyone for watching or listening. We are closing out at X Shadyside. Bye.